both to the public and to Congress that were not factually accurate. I think he went down the whole long list. When she met with you folks on Saturday last week, I take it she didn't say the same things at that interview?
I'm not equipped sitting here without the 302 in front of me to answer in that broad brush fashion.
It's your testimony.
But I have no basis. We do not have a basis for concluding she lied to the FBI.
Gotcha. Did anybody ask her on Saturday why she told y'all one thing and told us another?
I don't know as I sit here. I mean, I'll figure that out.
Would that have been of interest to you in helping to establish intent?
It could have been, sure.
More importantly, I think, did anybody ask her why she set up the email system as she did in the first place?
Yes.
And the answer was convenience?
Yeah, it was already there. It was a system her husband had, and so she just jumped onto it.
Were you aware that just earlier this week her assistant actually said it was for an entirely different reason? It was to keep emails from being accessible, and that it was for a concealment purpose? Uma Abedin was asked in her deposition why it was set up, and it was said to keep her personal emails from being accessible. Question: to whom? To anybody? Were you aware of that testimony?
Generally, yes.
Okay, so here's sort of the summary I take from what we've done today, which is that over the course of the entire system, what she did, she intentionally set up a system. According to your testimony, your findings, she was careless regarding its technical security. I think you said that even a basic free account, a Gmail account, had better security than she had. And she did that according to her own staffer's sworn deposition for the purpose of preventing access to those emails. As a result of this, she exposed top secret information to potential hack by foreign actors. You've seen the emails, we have not. I think you said earlier that the emails could be of the sort that would put national security at risk, and I think we had testimony earlier that got you to acknowledge that it might even put our agents overseas at risk.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with that, but it's still important.
Okay, all right. She kept all of that secret until after she left the State Department. She lied about it, or at least made untrue statements about it, after it finally came to light. She thereafter ordered the destruction of evidence that was destroyed so thoroughly that you folks could not do an adequate recovery. Yet she receives no criminal penalty. So I guess this is my question to you. Are we to assume, as we sit here today, that if the next president of the United States does the exact same thing on the day he or she is sworn into office, sets up a private email service for the purpose of concealing information from the public or from anybody, that as a result of that, potentially exposes national security level information to our enemies, lies about it, and then destroys the evidence during an investigation, that there'll be no criminal charges, if you're the FBI director, against that person?
Yeah, that's not a question the FBI director should answer. I mean,
no, I'm asking you if she does the exact same thing as president as she's done today, your result will be the exact same as it was 48 hours ago. There'll be no criminal findings, right?
If the facts were exactly the same?
Right.
And the law was exactly the same?
Right.
Yeah, the result would be the same.
And I guess under the theory that if the law is to be equally applied to everybody, that if a White House staffer does the exact same thing for the exact same purpose and exposes the exact same risks, that there'll be no criminal action against that person. There could be, as you've mentioned, administrative penalties. There are no administrative penalties, as I understand it, by the way, against the president, correct?
I don't think so, but I'm not
I don't think there are either. I don't think you can take away the president's top security clearance, and I'm pretty sure you can't fire the president because we've tried. Not only would a staffer not have any criminal charges brought against them, but I suppose a summer intern could do the exact same thing under the theory that we're going to apply the law equally, regardless of who the people are. My question to you is this, and it's not a legal question. I guess it's a common sense, ordinary question that folks are asking me. From a national security standpoint, somebody who used to lecture on that, does that bother you?
The mishandling of classified information bothers me no matter what circumstance it occurs in, because it has national security implications.
Does it bother you that the precedent that you are setting today may well lead to a circumstance where our top secret information continues to be exposed to our potential enemies?
No, in this sense. The precedent that I'm setting today is my absolute best effort to treat people fairly without regard to who they are. If that continues to be the record of the FBI and the Justice Department, That's what it should be. The rest of the implications in your question are beyond that. They're important, but they're not for the FBI to answer. We should aspire to be apolitical, facts and the law, treat Joe the same as Sally, as Secretary so-and-so. That's my goal.
If you would come to a different decision, by the way, I tend to agree everything you just said. If you would come to a different decision, do you think that would have a different precedential value that would keep our information more safe?
If we decided to recommend criminal charges here, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I could argue it both ways. I guess I'm a lawyer. I can argue everything both ways, but I could argue that both ways.
Thank you, Director Comey. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentleman. Now recognize the gentleman from Arizona.